You've got to tune to the Midday Show on KEXP, listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM and at kexp.org. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I'm in the studio right now with Film School, something I wasn't sure would ever happen again.
Us too.
Oh, happy day. It's so great to see all of you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so much for coming in, and you've got a brand new album, and you're going to play us some songs. Why don't you start off with a couple?
Okay.
Just what we'll find, just this time.
You're listening to KEXP. That is Film School. That song Crushin from the new album Bright to Death. And boy, feels like no time has gone by sitting in this room listening to you play live. It sounds fantastic. You're listening to Film School on KEXP, a brand new album called Bright to Death, and I cannot overemphasize how fantastic it is to be sitting in this room with all of you. Thank you so much for coming on KEXP. That sounds so great.
Thanks so much for having us. It's our pleasure to be here.
We have a super long history with the band, going back to your first in-studio session in 2004, and you've been on the airwaves 4 times. One time you did one of our VIP donor sessions for us. That was incredible.
Wow, yeah, that was incredible.
And Niles, you've been on with your solo project a couple of times.
Yeah, going way back.
So we feel lucky. We're big fans, and we feel so lucky to have discovered you so long ago. And you all have known each other. You guys go way back.
That's right.
Talk about what it feels like to be playing again, making a new record. I heard that you got together a few years ago and did what you thought would be a one-off show. And was that the catalyst to kind of just like say, this feels great, let's see where this goes?
I think it was, right? I mean, that's how it kind of came back together. And then, we did a few shows. It felt pretty good. But I think the main catalyst for this was when we decided to get together out in Joshua Tree, and we rented a house that had a room for a studio. I wouldn't really say it was kind of a studio, but we had to bring a bunch of gear with us, and which was fine. It was great. We all kind of got there and got in the same room and just collaborated again like we used to, and very little distractions out there, and just really had a chance to reconnect on that level, and basically kicked out this entire record in about a week. So.
Wow. Did you have any expectations on what would happen out there? Did you know that you were going to come away with a record?
Expectations were really kind of low, I think. We just wanted to see what would happen, and just have fun. Kind of get back to that level and keep it fun and, just creative and, just inspiring. And I mean, it really was inspiring being out there, which is, I don't know, I feel like that's half the battle right there, just getting to the right environment where you can think and create and not, be distracted with other things that happen. And it was great, we just really were able to find this kind of way of working and a sound, I think, again, that was what we're kind of about, it all just kind of clicked.
It sounds like it clicked right away as well. Did you actually write the songs out there, or did you go out?
I think it was, we had some kernels of ideas going into it, but it was really special because we'd have one person would be working on, the bass line and the arrangement, the other guy would be working on, lyrics or something, and the other guy would be in the corner doing melodies and stuff. I mean, it was really we were all working at the same time, and switching seats and but at the same time, there was no so there wasn't much stress involved. It was just let's just kind of do this. Let's do our thing,
Were you a little surprised what you came away with? Because the new record is amazing.
I was a little surprised. And it was awesome, too, because after that, we had the support of other people coming in, right? So that's how we, got with Adam here on drums and of course, Dan producing it. So, I mean, we had other people kind of show up and help us get this thing to the finish line, which is great too. I mean, because that's always that last kind of 10% is always what really holds records. It takes so much longer to get there, but we really just had some great people to work with, and
That's lucky. Well, doing this so many years, you've surrounded yourself with some wonderful people. Speaking of which, there's some incredible musicians and some longtime friends in this room. Can you go around and everyone say who's here, introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Well, I'm Greg. Over here on the keyboards is Jason. Justin LeBeau on bass. Adam Wade back there, drums. And Niles has been talking.
Hogging the mic.
Hogging the mic.
It's so great,
Mike
as I said,
hog.
to be in this room with musicians that have been watching for so long, listening to your music, and some of you have been in some great other bands. Niles, again, mentioning you've been brought your solo project by a number of times. How's it been playing together and being out on the road with these shows? You've got an incredible visual element to the show as well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a big deal for us to go out, make this a kind of a tour that we wanted to really be part of and be present in, Part of our the sixth member of the band is Adam Marks, who does incredible visuals. Actually, we posted some on Instagram today that, we don't really get to see them that often because, they're behind us. And I just couldn't even believe that those were being projected on us. They were so cool. So
They are super cool. We were looking at the set from Barboza last night, just before this session.
Yeah. I mean, he's he's doing it in real time too, and he even uses some of his own programs. So it's very interesting stuff, and very unique and very creative.
Well, get out to see Film School if you can. And the brand new album is wonderful. It's called Bright to Death. And I'll let you just live in the present for now, but I do hope there's lots more to come from Film School. We always love to see you. And can't get enough of this new record.
Well,
Thank
thanks.
you, by the way, for letting us use Crushin for the KEXP podcast.
Oh,
song
I
of the
mean,
day.
I can't even tell you how much we appreciate your support. I feel like you guys kind of kicked us off with self-titled, even before that, actually, with the EP, Scott Camberg's EP they put out. And, you're kind of the first to discover us, and you're still here with us, on this, on our 5th studio album now. So I mean, we love you even more than you love us.
Oh, well, that would be hard to believe, but I love that it's mutual admiration and you're like family.
And the thing that's amazing to me about KEXP is like we were in San Diego playing the first show of the West Coast tour, and a fan came up and said, "Oh my God, I discovered you guys on KEXP. Like, I'm such a fan. I live in New Zealand." I was like, wait a minute, okay. He's like, yeah, I flew here on business, and you guys happen to be playing the San Diego show. And I'm like, wow, man, like KEXP is like across the whole world. It's just incredible. So, I mean, that's a real testament to what you guys are pulling off.
I love that story.
It's
Well,
awesome.
that's what it's all about. We want to get great music into the ears of anyone who wants to discover it.
Yeah, you guys are doing really important, cool work here. So, thank you.
Well, right back at you. Live here with Film School on KEXP. Got a couple more songs?
Yep.
You're listening to KEXP live from a vast recording company, and they've got a new album called Bright to Death. So awesome. That is Film School live on KEXP, the new album Bright to Death. And we're here at a vast recording company. And Greg, you actually were here over 10 years ago mixing Hideout with Phil Eck. So it's great to have you back here.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw Vast on the schedule, I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. I love that studio. So, yeah.
I think I speak for Stu when I say you're welcome to come back and record another record here.
Love it. I would love to.
Well, we'd love to see you again. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see all of you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Cheryl.
You've got it tuned to KEXP Seattle. Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.